Sparrows, and welcome back to Green Eyed Starlet. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Brandy and I'm working to live a life worth living through art, movement, and exploration. This week we are continuing our month of love content and talking about the third type of love, and that is familial love. If this is the first video in the series that you have seen, I highly suggest that you go check out my 3 previous videos where we talk about love in general, self-love, and adult friendships. I will leave those videos linked above, but basically we've been talking about all month the 4 types, well, at least in my opinion, of love that there are, and today we are talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly that come with familial love. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please give this video a big thumbs up and keep watching. So I kind of just want to start this video off by saying that this is a very, very difficult subject to discuss. When it comes to family, we have all been dealt very, very different situations, and while I'm going to try to cover as many situations as possible in this video, if for some reason I do not discuss the certain situations that you have faced with your family in the past, please know that you are not alone. Did I say situations enough? Please know that there is no such thing as a perfect family. The only other thing I would like to say is that I am a pretty positive person, so while I am going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of familial love, I would actually like to end on a good note or a happy note, so we're actually going to take it in reverse and do the ugly, the bad, and the good. Okay, I think that is all my disclaimers. Family, the relationship we really have no choice in. Whether through birth or adoption or marriage, we really don't have a say in who we share blood or a family name with. So while we always hope for a good, healthy, loving relationship with those people, I definitely don't think we should ever wallow in self-pity if those relationships are less than perfect. And as long as we know that we're putting in the effort to make these relationships as, I want to say, as healthy as possible, then we also have to know when a relationship is just too toxic, and that's where the ugly lies. Cause see, just because you are related to someone and they are your family does not mean they're always a good influence on your life. And we all know that toxicity can be found in any relationship with ourselves, with our friends, with our significant others, and definitely with family. But I think that, in my opinion, family is the hardest one to remove yourself from when you discover that you are in a toxic situation. Because in a perfect world, your family is supposed to be there for you in any situation you face in life. They are supposed to love you unconditionally and support you in anything you want to do. But we are all human. We get caught up in our own baggage, our own situations, and even sometimes get stuck in our own beliefs, and often can take that out on the people that we love. I have always believed that the more that you love someone and the more you feel loved by that someone, the more you feel like you can be mean to that person without the fear of losing them. And that is awful. That is not at all how we should be treating our loved ones at all, and is a habit that we have to mindfully try to break. I think the true ugly of familial love lies in the inability for some to love their family unconditionally. Like, it breaks my heart to hear of a child of any age being cast out of their family or their house due to their beliefs or their sexual orientation or even the dreams that they want to chase in their life. It breaks my heart. We want to believe that family will always be there for us and that family is forever, but people leave. And we have to remember that in most of these situations, about 99% of these situations, as hurt as we may feel, most of the time it has nothing to do with us, and it has everything to do with what that person is carrying around with them, what they have to deal with on their own. And it is one of the saddest parts of familial love. But I think that's why friendships can be so important as well, because it's kind of part of your chosen family, if you will. I want you to know that if you're facing any kinds of toxicity in your family, that it is completely okay to distance yourself and put yourself first. Moving on to the bad parts of familial love, and you may be asking how it's different from the ugly parts, and that is the bad parts of familial love are the parts that we can actually fix or at least make better from making a specific effort on our side. In any situations in life, I think it is important to examine and see if there is something that we can do personally to either fix or improve that situation. My example for this in familial love is arguments. Now, just because you're family does not mean you are going to agree on all the same things. Politics, for example. Politics cause great debates between family members, especially different generations of family members. And it is totally okay to have a difference of opinion from your family and still be able to love those family members despite whatever they believe in. The bad lies in letting these arguments, again about anything, allow yourself to create a rift between your family that gets so bad that you stop talking to each other altogether. This is ridiculous. Like, I have heard of people who haven't spoken to a parent or a sibling in over 5 years over a stupid, and I don't care how important it was to you at the time, so I will say it again, stupid argument or disagreement, okay? This is your family, and you're gonna let something as silly as politics or a disagreement strip you of that connection in your life? I just feel so bad for people like that. And don't get me wrong, this is a two-way street, so both people have got to swallow their pride and make amends, because you're carrying around this baggage with you every single day, everywhere you go. You're going to start to avoid people who even sound or look like that family member. And you could be missing out on so many things. You may never meet your nieces and nephews because of these stupid arguments and disagreements. And honestly, it is so sad to even think about, but none of us are immortal. So don't let a stupid argument keep you from making amends with a family member before you possibly lose them forever and have to sit with that regret for the rest of your life. Like, God, pride gets so much in the way of healthy, loving relationships. Okay, now that I've worked myself up so much, let's finally get into the good of familial love. And let's remember that no family is perfect. And you wanna know why? Because families are built of many humans and no human is perfect. The good in family comes from love and support. Your family can be some of your best friends, your biggest fans, and your most reliable support system. They're the people that you know in your life for the biggest percentage of your life. I will tell you, my family is far from perfect, and for any family watching this, I am sorry to say that, but without airing any of my family's business on the internet, because that is definitely not my place or where I want to be, I want you to know that, you know, the hiccups and the problems that families run into does not relate to how much love there is. How much love there is in a family is completely reliant upon how you react to those situations. I will tell you that when I feel like my feelings have been hurt, I do not want to talk about it at all. I have a huge issue with crying in front of people, and so a lot of the times I shut down and I just want to avoid everything about that situation. And that has caused me to want to avoid people in my family before. But I am so incredibly glad that I pushed through that, because I honestly don't know where I would be without my family, and I truly love them. I'm saying we have our problems and everything like that. Like, we're not perfect. No one's perfect. But pushing through that, knowing that you can get to that other side and build a more beautiful relationship is so important. And I'm so glad that I have done that in my life. Do I think I have more work to do, especially with my family? Absolutely. But at least I know that that's a thing, and I want to create that loving relationship. You must remember that familial love is just like all the rest. So it takes time and love and commitment. You must remember to put in that effort and not to take it for granted. It's easy to think that there is always tomorrow, but I encourage you, please, tell your family that you love them today. So call your mom, your dad, brother, sister, grandparents. Call anyone you want and tell them that you love them. See how they're doing. I bet you will be glad that you did it. Okay, my little sparrows, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not already. I post videos every Saturday and you do not want to miss out on a single one. Next week, we are going to be going over the last video in February and the last type of love in our series here, and that is romantic love. Ooh. I don't know why I just did that. but okay. I love you guys so incredibly much. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I will see you next Saturday.